A male anglerfish is 6 millimeters long, smaller than a grain of rice. His entire existence will last only weeks, perhaps months, if he's lucky. He has no stomach, no way to feed himself. His eyes are enormous for his size, scanning the infinite darkness for a chemical signal, a scent trail in water so cold it burns. When he finds her, he will bite into her flesh and never let go. His mouth will fuse to her body. His blood will mix with hers. He will dissolve slowly until nothing remains but his testicles, pulsing with life, feeding off her circulatory system. He will become a living organ attached to a creature 500,000 times his weight. This is not science fiction. This is the anglerfish. Deep in the midnight zone, where sunlight has never penetrated, and where pressure would crush a human skull like an eggshell, the anglerfish has perfected a form of survival that defies almost everything we associate with life. This is not a monster born from imagination, but a real animal shaped by millions of years of evolution in one of the most hostile environments on Earth. Its story is not just strange, it is fundamentally unsettling. To understand how such a creature could exist, we must travel back millions of years to a time when the oceans were still defining the rules of life. Anglerfish diverged from their ancestors during the Late Cretaceous period, between 92 and 61 million years ago. The seas were warmer, filled with marine reptiles and giant ammonites, while the continents drifted toward their modern positions. Early anglerfish ancestors were bottom dwellers, living along continental slopes in dimly lit waters. Even then, they possessed a defining feature, a modified dorsal fin ray that dangled in front of the mouth. This primitive lure allowed them to attract prey without expending precious energy. That single adaptation would shape their entire evolutionary future. Around 56 million years ago, during the Paleocene-Eocene thermal maximum, Earth's oceans underwent rapid warming. Ecological boundaries shifted, and some anglerfish ancestors did something extraordinary. They abandoned the seafloor and moved into the open water of the deep sea, entering the bathypelagic zone, a vast region stretching from 3,300 to 13,000 feet below the surface. This transition should have been fatal. The deep sea offers almost no food, no sunlight, and unimaginably sparse populations. Yet instead of declining, anglerfish diversified. A 2024 study published in Nature Ecology and Evolution revealed that deep-sea anglerfish experienced rapid evolutionary radiation. They developed radically different body shapes, from round, balloon-like forms to elongated species with jaws resembling steel traps. While their shallow water relatives, such as frogfish, inhabit rich coral reefs, they evolved far more slowly. The deep sea, despite its emptiness, became a pressure cooker for innovation. Anglerfish evolved massive mouths, expandable stomachs, reduced skeletons, and extreme energy efficiency. Their bioluminescent lure, now powered by symbiotic bacteria, became one of the most effective hunting tools in the ocean. Today, roughly 170 species of deep-sea anglerfish exist across 12 families. They live from 300 to 5,000 meters deep in near-freezing water under crushing pressure. All of them still carry that ancestral lure, a glowing beacon descended from a simple fin ray millions of years old. The environment they inhabit is lethal to humans. Sunlight vanishes within the first 600 feet. By 3,000 feet, there is absolute darkness. Temperatures hover around 2 degrees Celsius, and pressure exceeds 200 times the pressure at the surface. Unprotected human bodies would be destroyed in seconds. This is where the anglerfish thrives. Female anglerfish are grotesque and efficient predators. Their bodies are soft and gelatinous, often lacking scales. Their mouths are enormous, lined with translucent teeth that curve inward, preventing escape. Their jaws can unhinge, and their stomachs can expand to swallow prey larger than themselves. Many species possess ultra-black skin that absorbs up to 99.5% of incoming light, rendering them nearly invisible. In an environment where even bioluminescent flashes can betray a predator's position, this darkness is a form of armor. The most iconic feature remains the lure. The elysium extends from the head, ending in the esca, a glowing sac filled with bioluminescent bacteria. These bacteria emit light through chemical reactions, costing the anglerfish little energy. Some lures are simple, others complex and branching, with flickering patterns that mimic prey. One recently discovered species even carries a secondary, non-glowing bait, a mystery scientists are still investigating. Anglerfish do not chase prey. They wait. They float motionless for hours or days, conserving energy. When the lure glows, starving animals drift closer. Then, in a fraction of a second, the anglerfish strikes. A rapid jaw snap creates a vacuum that sucks prey inside. There is no struggle, no escape. In a world where meals may be separated by months, patience is everything. Yet feeding is only part of survival. Reproduction in the deep sea is a far greater challenge. Populations are sparse, and encounters between males and females are exceedingly rare. For most species, this would mean extinction. For anglerfish, it led to one of the most extreme reproductive strategies known in vertebrates. Male anglerfish are tiny, sometimes only 6 to 7 millimeters long. They lack lures, functional digestive systems, and long-term survival mechanisms. Their entire purpose is to find a female before starvation kills them. To do this, males evolved enormous eyes and an extraordinary sense of smell. They can detect pheromones released by females across vast distances. Once they catch the scent, they follow it relentlessly. Time is limited. There is no second chance. When a male finds a female, there is no courtship. He bites into her body and latches on using specialized teeth. Over days and weeks, their tissues fuse. Blood vessels connect. The male becomes dependent on the female for oxygen and nutrients. In some species, this attachment is temporary. In others, it is permanent. The male's body degenerates. His eyes vanish. His fins disappear. His organs dissolve. Only his testicles remain, fully functional, producing sperm whenever the female spawns. He ceases to exist as an individual organism and becomes a living reproductive organ. One female has been found carrying 8 males at the same time. She becomes a mobile reservoir of genetic material, capable of reproducing without ever searching for a mate again. For decades, scientists could not explain how this fusion did not trigger immune rejection. A 2020 study published in Science revealed the answer. Anglerfish species that practice permanent attachment have lost key components of their adaptive immune systems, including functional major histocompatibility complex class I genes. By disabling the mechanisms that distinguish self from non-self, they avoid tissue rejection. In any other vertebrate, this would be catastrophic. Yet anglerfish survive, likely compensating with enhanced innate immunity. This discovery has implications for human medicine, particularly organ transplantation and immune tolerance. Whether this relationship is true, parasitism remains debated. The male gains survival and reproduction. The female gains guaranteed access to sperm. In the deep sea, where energy is everything, this grim partnership may be the most efficient solution evolution could produce. The first anglerfish known to science washed ashore in Greenland in 1833. Scientists were baffled. All specimens appeared female, some with small parasitic bodies attached. Only in the early 20th century did researchers realize those parasites were males. The revelation shocked biology. Encounters with living anglerfish remain rare. Most sightings occur during deep-sea trawls or remotely operated vehicle missions. In 2018, the first video footage of a female fan-fin sea devil with an attached male was recorded at 800 meters off Portugal. The footage revealed a serene, drifting predator carrying its parasitic partner through darkness. In 2024, a new anglerfish species was discovered in the Clarion-Clipperton zone during research on deep-sea mining impacts. The species possesses both a bioluminescent lure and a secondary non-luminous bait. The discovery underscored how little we know about deep ocean life. The deep sea covers over 60% of Earth's surface, yet less than 5% has been explored. Each expedition reveals new species and unfamiliar biology. Anglerfish may be only one example of the extreme adaptations hidden below. Despite surviving mass extinctions, anglerfish now face human threats. Deep-sea trawling destroys fragile habitats. Climate change alters temperature and oxygen levels even at depth. Proposed mining operations could devastate ecosystems that have existed undisturbed for millions of years. Right now, somewhere in the darkness, miles beneath the surface, a female anglerfish drifts in silence. Her lure glows faintly. Nearby, a male the size of a grain of rice follows a chemical trail through the void, racing starvation. If he finds her, he will bite and never let go. He will lose himself completely, becoming an organ rather than an animal. This is the anglerfish, a survivor of deep time shaped by darkness, defying every rule we thought governed life. And in the darkness, the lure continues to glow. If you enjoyed this journey into the abyss, please like and subscribe, and tell me in the comments where you are watching from.